Is there a way to be apologetic, Angel, or this whole unapologetically about Anyway, Angel Reese, the big superstar rebounder in the WNBA, launches her podcast by taking an immediate shot, in my view, at Caitlyn Clark and her fans. Let's play the clip of Angel Reese here, shot number 4, taking a pot shot at Caitlyn Clark fans.
So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when you come, when it's behind your name, that's when a lot of people are like, oh, they think, oh, I don't like her because her fans are saying this. No, I don't believe in her heart that she has hatred towards me. And I'm sure she believes that I don't have hatred towards her. But I think her fan base has gone, I'm talking about like,
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like,
we see it all the time.
I know y'all see it. Like, I literally saw something today that was like, it's crazy. And it goes down to knowing, like, again, we are humans. Like, basketball is literally a game. Like, I promise you, it's literally a game. We have so much fun with it. But when it comes to death threats, when it comes to people finding, like, I'm talking about people have come down to my address, following me home. Like, it's come down to that. And like, when I talked about earlier on after the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, like, I guess people thought that was like, cause I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like, multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me like naked, literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like,
no,
are you naked on Instagram?
How do you unpack Caitlyn Clark fans are the reason people are making naked AI pictures of me? How do you get there? What does that have to do with Caitlyn Clark? She puts herself out there, even on this podcast, stomach out, breasts barely hidden, legs front and center everywhere. She has sexualized herself. And now, I'm shocked. People are sexualizing me. And somehow she's connecting it to being a Caitlyn Clark fan. I just don't see the connection. It's like everything bad that happens to me is somehow connected to Caitlyn Clark. That's stupid. It's dishonest. She's just clout chasing. She's using Caitlyn Clark. And then she goes, I don't think Caitlyn Clark has hatred towards me. What has Caitlyn Clark done to you? Nothing. I don't even understand what would motivate that comment. Caitlyn Clark hasn't done anything. She goes out and plays basketball. I've never seen her trash talk. I've never seen her taunt Angel Reese. There's nothing there. But she's pretending like there is something there. There's one person who is driving all this, and it's Angel Reese. Rather, Caitlyn Clark has nothing to do with it. Blaming her fans for people following you home, or these alleged death threats. This Caitlyn Clark has nothing to do with that. You've made yourself a target. It's no different, Steve, than me saying, man, look at these negative comments I get on Twitter. It's Deion Sanders fans. No, it's not Deion Sanders fans. It's Jason Whitlock critics. I have bold and provocative opinions, and so people get bold and talk smack on me. It's what I've chosen. It's the life I've chosen. And so for her, it's not Deion Sanders' fault. It's not Stephen A. Smith's fault. It's none of these. It's my fault. And I'm willing to deal with it, but she's just dragging Caitlyn Clark. This, to me, is the worst thing she's done to Caitlyn Clark, and it's bad. Your thoughts?
People say rebounding is Angel Reese's greatest skill. No, it's not. It's victimhood. And as you mentioned, Jason, nobody has sexualized Angel Reese quite like Angel Reese. And so let's take her at face value for what she said about her family members. You're telling me your family members, if they really cared about you, wouldn't have told you 9 months ago, like, Angel, put on some damn clothes. She literally does a runway walk based on what she's wearing before every game. What did you think was going to happen? The other thing is, if there are death threats and threats of violence, I have a hard time believing that this would not have been reported and blown up into a story. I wonder, are there police reports? Is there a logging of this? Or again, is this her version of the graffiti on LeBron James's property? Remember that? I mean, much was made out of it, but you know one thing we never saw? Evidence. Evidence matters, because if there is evidence, let's root this out. And I really wonder, this is a team and an individual player that is now slumping. Could you imagine if Caitlyn Clark did this while her team's on a 7-game losing streak, starting a podcast? Just think about that.
Started a podcast and immediately started out whining and making themselves a victim. It's Butter, I want your thoughts on this from the perspective of you run in circles with country music stars. There are things that go along with stardom that are unpleasant. Yeah, you get a lot of attention, you get good seats at restaurants, hopefully you make some money, but there are also just lunatic fans when you're in the spotlight, and it's like, hey, they want the attention in the WNBA, but they don't want the bad stuff that comes along with it, because trust me, NBA players get stalked, get harassed, and I never saw, Isaiah Thomas never got someone, man, these Michael Jordan fans are the reason why people don't like me. These ladies got to grow up. They want the attention. There are things that go along with the attention that are unpleasant.
Well, I think you said Isaiah Thomas, and that refers back to a pre-social media time period. And I think that a lot of what I've seen and so many artists that I talk to, the social media is a whole nother obligation and a whole nother business onto just being a performer. Much like Angel is a performer on the basketball court, there is an onus and a responsibility that these athletes or entertainers have to their brands. Now, I will say that Baker Mayfield didn't have to come out and start doing progressive commercials, right? She doesn't have to do a podcast. And when you get into podcasts and long form talking, you're going to tend to say and do things. I do think there is a responsibility on the 2024 athlete or entertainer with social media that makes it very difficult, and being young, knowing where and when to maybe speak out. With some more experience and a little more time, maybe she wouldn't take some of those lanes.
Young and constantly looking for attention. Steve, you got a final thought on this?
Yeah, the most unsurprising thing I'm going to say on this segment is that Jason and Butters, guess what? I have not subscribed to that podcast. There.